Okay, it is Tuesday, April 12th, 3:39 p.m. Not my normal time, but I know the market's not looking so good right now, and I just want to get caught up real quick here, so I might be a little slow doing this live stream. It's been about almost a month. I think I did this March 14th last time. So let me get a disclaimer out of the way. None of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is only to be used as entertainment purposes, right? Okay. So let me just take a look at the general markets real quick. You got the S&P 500 was going up at first, and then you had this gap here earlier today, and then that's filled. So it's gone down about 0.5% when it was up 0.5% last I checked. So it kind of rolled over. Inflation came out like 8.5% or so. Let's see now. Bitcoin. This I posted a long time ago on my Twitter page, which I still post regularly there on Twitter. And this is kind of why I've been just kind of laying low, waiting for million token to hit $5. And it hit $5 a couple times today, and I posted that on Twitter also. But there's some more news behind that also. But basically, on the Bitcoin on the monthly chart, I'm looking at this bearish divergence. I probably posted this like a month ago on my live stream. And this is the main reason why I'm just kind of laying low, is because, this bearish divergence, this RSI on the monthly is just going to be like a magnet pulling this down. And, people have, different reasons. I think it's just in the charts. Bitcoin had their Miami conference, and usually there's a dump after that. People get all excited, and then, people could sell into liquidity or the excitement, and there's usually a dump after that. But I think it's just in this RSI until we break this, have a reversal on this RSI on the monthly. We got to break through this trend. Then I'll get, more bullish. Also, I'm looking at, can we get a low monthly RSI of like 45, like we had back here? Which, as far as I'm concerned, has 100% predicted when the bottoms are in. I'm not really looking at MACDs. I'm only looking at large time frames like weekly or monthly charts. Once you've been in this space for like 4 years or so, and you're holding, these dips, now we're below $40,000 for Bitcoin, is not a big deal. Because you're already up, I don't know, 4 or 7-fold or whatever. So, I could afford to, wait it out. But, if I wasn't in the space, or if I'm new in the space, I would be dollar cost averaging. I wouldn't be trying to nickel and dime. I would just dollar cost average. Speaking about dollar cost averaging, Terra or Luna, they're gobbling up, like a billion plus. What do we have? 1.5 billion of Bitcoin right now. They're buying. Their last buy was 2,600 on the 10th, and they also bought another 1,482 on the 10th also. So that's like 4,000 Bitcoin right there in one day. And the third largest wallet also has been buying. They did sell a little bit back in early April, but they've been buying since. And, MicroStrategy and these other whales and companies are buying Bitcoin. In my mind, I thought, we've got to be like in a bull trend, because you've got, institutional money coming in. And I don't think the charts really care. If you've been in this space long enough, you can control the markets. Like, let's say if you've got, 10% of million token, and it becomes, the next Bitcoin 2.0 because ETH goes on staking or whatever. And, you have a $40,000 million token or whatever. Well, the people that own, 10% of the supply or whatever, they're going to be able to move the markets just like people are moving the markets for Bitcoin. If institutional money comes into a million token 10 years from now, because it's a better store of value because of the tokenomics, the people that got in early are going to be the ones that are going to control the market. So I don't care if you've got billionaires or millionaires buying up Bitcoin. You just got to look at the charts. It's just my 2 cents, what I'm thinking. So Bitcoin's doing that. You know, you got the CME gap here still that can be filled somewhere around, you know, $25 to $27,000. I don't know if it gonna get filled, but we had a gap here before on, you know, end of July, and it got filled January 24th, months later. So I still think it's a possibility that we come down to fill this gap at $25,000. That doesn't mean that the Bitcoin price has to hit there, but the price on the CME would have to get there to fill it. I've seen it fill the gap, even though spot BTC price didn't go that down that low. So it's again just manipulation. But you know, there is a gap down there, and we have another gap down here, but I'm not too concerned about that. But this big gap here, it's still a concern for me. But if we don't fill it, we don't fill it. It's just, you know, the probabilities of us filling it are pretty good though. Bitcoin on the 5-day chart, you might see a chart similar to this on the Crypto Q University on YouTube. Steve talks about this a lot, and you know, I think, you know, we're starting to show red here, and we could be in this red for a couple weeks. I still think we could dump like we did here. We could be, you know, trending along this line, you know, how we did back in, you know, late 2018, and then we dumped. I think it was like 50%. So that was, yeah, 51% dump. If we happen to do that now, where we are now, that would just take us to 20,000. That would certainly fill the CME gap. I don't know if we're going to go down that low. I doubt it. And we could just possibly go up from here too. People are doing their taxes. You know, Friday is going to be April 15th. And anyway, so a couple more days of selling pressure, perhaps. I know the guy from Grayscale did a poll, and just about 50% of the people did not save money to pay for their taxes this year. So we can be, people could be selling their investments right now to help pay for taxes. So I did my taxes already. I'm glad that's behind me now. So we have Bitcoin on the weekly chart. I think we're still below. Yeah, we've got to be below the weekly exponential ribbon. Yeah, here's the exponential ribbon right now, and so like we're below it. So you know, I don't want to do these live streams a lot when I know I think the market's going to go bearish. It's no fun getting you guys hopes up. I'm just like sitting back, you know, sitting on cash, and I've been buying some NFTs over at what's this? I don't know how to pronounce this. Wazirix or whatever. I just saw these line NFTs and I thought they were really cool, and so I'm just kind of buying some of these up, or a lot of them actually, just to pass time by. They're like $30 or whatever, 0.08 ETH is the floor price. They've got some NFTs with soccer teams, your country, and the team is like, if your team advances in the World Cup for the next bracket, you can get a free NFT. So, you know, these sold out pretty quickly. There's 220 items. I think 60% of them are sold or something like that. I think the ones that are sold, I bought like half of them. And I think some of the people at the Wazirix saw I was in with the team, like they were buying their own NFTs, and I'm like, no. I had to go in the Discord and like introduce myself and say like, I'm just buying them for fun. So I'm just doing stuff to help pass time by as Bitcoin is going down and a million token is, you know, and everything's going down. I think the last time I did buy some million token in the $5 range when I was moving some. I had to sell some Matic. I just want to get all my stuff onto Ethereum and stake it back, like a month ago or so. And I said I wasn't going to buy until it hits like, you know, $5. And I posted that in a line photo on my Twitter page to say, wake me up when it's either $500 or $5. And so million tokens, you know, we were at below $5 briefly. We've got a whale that is selling 250 tokens or 200 tokens or whatever at a time, this 2638B. And I've been tracking the wallet today, and, you know, he goes way back, way back. He bought, let me see if I have it here. Yeah, he bought 62,000 million token for like $93,000. It was 44 ETH. So it comes out to like a buck 50 per million token. But he also was buying kind of like on the way up. So here's his 62,000 million token he bought for 44 ETH for $93,000. But if you go to appzeron.io and put in his address, he was also buying on the way up, 40 bucks, 90 bucks or whatever. So, he's going to have a big tax bill, right? Because he also made a lot of money. Like after he bought at like a buck 50, he sold it like a lot of the tokens like a week later on the 8th. And, he's got 15,000 here. He got for 70, what is that? 70 ETH or $154,000. No, $81,000, $62,000, $98,000. So, if he bought some million token at a higher price and he could sell it, now he could offset his gains. So I think that's what's going to go on. Now he has like over 9,000 tokens on various wallets and on different blockchains like Ethereum, Avalanche, Polygon, and Binance Smart Chain. So, if I was him, I would certainly try to sell it all if I can offset my taxes. And then I don't know if he's going to buy it back up. He might buy it back up. It's property. He could sell it and buy it back up. But, I don't know what he's going to do. I think he's smart selling it in chunks, not to drive the price too far down. I mean, if he sold 9,000 tokens now, that would just crash the price, right? So let me see here. We got, is this working now? I might have to do a refresh on this. But you could go to Uniswap and put in like if I sold 9,000 million token, what the price would be. But I see I got, it's just slow sometimes. So it's like it's working out right now. So 9,000. It's too slow for me. But you could do it. You could figure it out. So, right now, million token, with this whale, I don't know what he's going to do. But he has until, well, actually, his tax harvesting loss, I just realized this, would have had to have been done, the last day of December. So I guess it wouldn't be for taxes. But he might be selling his million token to pay for the taxes that he needs to do for, if he made a lot of money and he has to pay a lot in taxes, he might be selling his million token to pay for the taxes. So I guess I misspoke earlier. So that it makes sense now. So if he's going to sell, right now he's selling, chunks at a time. He could also file for an extension too. I was going to buy another 1,000 if I can get it for $5. Now I would raise the price up 10%. So it'd have to be like 450. So when I buy it in, I can get an average of, $5 per million token. I'm thinking about waiting or seeing if there's a capitulation event or at least if it goes sideways. These wicks here, don't last very long. I know I could have gotten some million token on Binance Smart Chain a couple of days ago below $5. But again, I don't want to really have to pay anything less than $1,000. It's just less record keeping for me if I could buy 1,000 or more at a time. So that's the main news that's going on with million token right now is, one guy that was OG, he had over 60,000 tokens. He has 9,000 that I know of right now. Every time I take a look, I find another wallet. But right now, I know he's got over 9,000, and he's just selling them at, a couple hundred at a time for a while. Another thing I noticed is he pulled out liquidity, which is going to make the price even more volatile because now he doesn't have the liquidity. So he was providing liquidity. He pulled that out. I saw him pull out like 4,000. Was on Avex, Avalanche perhaps, and maybe Ethereum. But now he pulls out his liquidity and he's going to sell. It's just going to drop the price that much more because the liquidity is not there. So if he's a big liquidity provider, you're going to see a lot of price fluctuations with million token now. So let's see what else here. He has one wallet here with 305, but you could check and see click on all these transfers here, and you'll find other million tokens in other wallets. And then you have to check all the blockchains too. Let me close those out. Yeah, we hit this midline here. We could also wick down to, $4 or just above $4 and wick back up. I don't know how many people out there are buying. I know some people are buying because they're buying 100 or 200 at a time. I see on, Telegram or whatever. But I'm going to just wait it out a little more. I'm in no rush to buy. And, but I do want to buy another 1,000. But I'm just, this whale that's selling a couple hundred at a time. I would like to see it be after April 15th, tax day. I'd like to see him just sell all of his 9,000 tokens if that's what he's going to do. I don't know if he is. He did sell a big chunk. I mean, if he's got 9,000, he had 60,000 at one point. Maybe he's going to sell it all. I don't know. He's got 730 here on Avalanche. That was an empty wallet. Anyway, I'm going to just close these out. Tech Lead was on the iced coffee hour with Graham Stephan on the 10th, 2 days ago. I think I was the first to actually posted about this in Telegram. He starts talking about million token about 1 hour into it. And that's when I started listening. And so there were some good things in there. I wish he had talked about how he was just kind of giving away his tokens in the staking. That would have been nice because Graham, I don't know. I just didn't like how it sounded, how he was selling his tokens or whatever. And he was, just providing liquidity. But if he had just said, hey, look, I'm just giving away these tokens with the staking, it would have attracted more attention for the program. And it would make him look good too, that he's, not making money holding. He had at one time like 14 or 15% of the supply. So I'm not sure where he is right now. But you could check Etherscan for that. And see, what do we have here? I don't know, some token thing. Oh, yeah, I guess I shouldn't have closed that out. So if you were interested in buying these NFTs, they do have a 10% discount if you pay in million token. Check the Telegram or Discord group for that. You could check out their website here also. It's in the razorx.org Raw NFT website page. And you would contact, I think it was Don D or, and I'm not, his letters are kind of like backwards, so I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, I just would, sometimes I would send him some million token and I get 10% off these NFTs, and then he would just transfer the NFT to me. So it doesn't look like I bought the NFTs on the website, but I did. I didn't get anything for free. Unlike some people might think I got some free NFTs, but I didn't win any free NFTs. I paid like $2,000 or $3,000 in about 2 weeks for what I got, and I got in late. I didn't get in at launch. I was slow on it. I think I got in like 5 or 6 or 7 days later after launch, and then I got some nice ones, and I kept buying. But I'm happy with what I got now. I think they're gonna release some new soccer NFTs on Friday. They're going to be auctioned off, so it's something different. So, if you're interested, check out their Discord and Telegram page for more details on that. But yeah, if you pay a million token, not only do you get 10% discount, but I did notice that if you check the blockchain, they're taking that million token and providing liquidity on the Binance Smart Chain. So yeah, keep that in mind also. And I think they just started doing that today or yesterday. I know it was in their plans, and I asked them to look into it, and I checked it earlier today, and they took all the million token that they received from buyers and just put it into liquidity. I posted some of these NFTs on my Twitter page back when I bought them on March 27th. But yeah, I think that covers a lot. I'm sure I missed a whole lot since a lot's been going on for the last month. But for me, I'm thinking big picture. I mean, even if I get million token at $5, and let's say I buy 1,000 of them, that doesn't mean I think that's the bottom. I mean, I'm looking at this, and we can come right now. The RSI is at like 57 on the monthly, and we could go down to 45. So it's just. If I buy a million token at $5, I'm not trying to buy the bottom. I'm just, that's just my strategy. Like, okay, this is where I'm going to DCA next. And then, maybe if it goes to $4 and then $3 and then $2, I'm not buying, I'm not trying to catch knives here. And if it went up and I never bought any more and I just held on to with what I have, then I'm good with that. I already doubled my stack since, my interview with Andre Gique in July. I'm good. Let's see who's in chat. We've got Bryson here, Bry Guy, the Copper Guy. Hello, and TKY and Brian. Hey, the usual crew. With spring, I'm gaining my motivation back to work on my copper project. That sounds good. I also read that you're done with college, right? Is that right, Bry? Congrats if you're done with that, or if you're taking a break until next semester. I think I read that you were done with tests a while ago. So let's see now. Yep. So I don't know what else to say. I'm just, the main news is the whale selling, a couple hundred at a time. He's got 9,000 left. And nobody knows but him of how much he's going to sell. I know everybody wants, when they're selling, they're trying to get as much as they want. So, if he's selling at $5 and it goes up to $5.50, he might dump and to bring it back down to $5. And so I assume that every time the price goes up, he's probably going to sell, and that would create like a sideways. Let's see what we have here in the 30-minute chart. Some type of sideways movement. If that's what he's doing. So it's kind of going sideways here. But the general trend is going to be, if he's selling, is going to, 9,000. I don't know if the community could pick up 9,000 easily. I mean, I could pick up 1,000 easily. So that would leave another 8,000. But there's other people out there, not just this one guy. We'll see after the weekend. Let's wait until everybody gets done with their taxes. But the market. Let's look at the stock market again. Not looking good. Let me put this on the weekly. So I think, because I have these gray lines here, that we're kind of going in a downtrend. If we break above this red line, I'll say, okay, I'm probably wrong, and we'll go, bullish again. But to wait and see. This is another reason why I can be so patient, because I already think we're in a bear trend, and I've thought about that for months now, I guess. So if it's following this downtrend, I'm just sitting on my hands. I'm just collecting cash. And let's see what else. Yeah, I thought I had a pretty good recovery. I mean, we came out of this exponential ribbon dip quickly, and now we're rolling over. But let's see what pattern it follows. And I'm still looking at this, but mainly, where's my main chart? Yeah, I'm basically looking at the monthly chart. If we get a 50% dump, I'm mentally prepared to go down to like 25,000. I mean, when we went down from 3,000 from 20,000 back in 2018, I was prepared for it to go to 1,000. I didn't care. So, I see we have this white line here. Looks like we're finding support here. Interesting. So maybe we just bounce off here and go up. So Bryce says, yes, all done, passed with 71, 70 required. So I just barely. Somebody asked me, do we know who the whale is? I haven't seen any names mentioned, but if you took some of those addresses and put them in Metaphora, maybe. I haven't done that. But I don't want to call anybody out, even if I knew who they were. But so if you're the whale on Metaphora with a name and you want to be anonymous, you should change that pretty quickly. I could probably check with the if you got any NFTs from the Genesis edition when Missile and Astro were doing that with those wallets. I could probably find out because I have all those records saved. But I wouldn't call anybody out anyway, even if I knew who it was. It doesn't really matter. Everybody has a right to buy and sell whenever they want. Bry says we currently do not know. Yeah, I think the guy who had 60,000 tokens. I would probably know his name if it was known. I wonder if he's the guy that sold and started the market crash. I remember somebody was saying somebody with 4 or 6% of the supply sold. It made like $400,000 or something like that. I can't remember the numbers. Yeah, I was curious. One thing I did not check when I had my tokens. I remember I had like a 2 million at one point when the price was like 220 per token, and I didn't actually go to Uniswap and just put the numbers in and see how much I would have gotten. It would have been interesting because then I would have known how much would selling. I forgot what I had at the time. Anyway, how much that would have brought the price down. If I just sold everything at once, which it was never a good idea. Just sell small parts at a time. But if people are watching the whale addresses and they see a whale like slowly dumping, that could trigger like a cascade effect. So even now, me talking about this, like some people out there that are thinking about selling might sell now because they know a guy that has 9,000 tokens are selling slowly. Who knows I don't know where the price is going to be. I don't have a crystal ball, but I feel like it's obvious to say there's more selling pressure than there's buying pressure. So in my mind, I think the price is still going to go down. And it's going down like 4.58 cents a day since April 1st. So in maybe 2 weeks, we could see a solid $5, main token. But with the liquidity being removed by the whale, the price could be all over the place. And I know it can look crazy on the Binance Smart Chain. The wicks there are just crazy. So yeah, I still would like to buy a more million token. But with the whale selling, and I don't want to buy 1,000, raise the price up 10%. And then he's just going to dump with his other, 8,000 tokens, So I'm gonna just wait and see. But I just want to drop some knowledge that came out today on the community, and I feel like I'm rambling on now. So I don't see any more questions. It was fun doing another live stream. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do the next one. Just remember, in a bear trend, I'm just sitting back and saving cash. Which is why I could buy another 1,000 tokens at this price. And, if I think there's a trend reversal, I'll call it, but I'll probably call it too late because usually it'll already happen. But, mentally, I'm still prepared to see another 50% dump like we'd had here. And everything I said in my previous live stream like a month ago seems to be coming true. I'm not going to repeat what I said. But I'm looking at this chart. I'm thinking of a lot of things I said back then, and I'm just, I just still think there's more downward pressure. Eventually, crypto is going to break away from the stock market. I just don't know when. I think it's more likely to go bullish first before the stock market does. So that's another reason why I like the hodl. I just, I don't want to get in thinking when it's going to turn around. I see Roy NFT in the chat. Before I was going to sign off, says, "Hey Tim, so this token will never go bearish beneath $1. It shouldn't go beneath $1 on the Ethereum blockchain. The other blockchains don't have the dollar peg, so you might be able to buy it for less than $1 on Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, or Avalanche. If they dump real hard there and the liquidity is not there, you might be able to buy it for less than $1. If you got some people panic selling. The liquidity is just terrible on Avalanche. I think it's not very good on Binance Smart Chain right now. I was looking at buy orders of like $500, And sometimes, you know, Polygon is on par with Ethereum blockchain, last I checked. But when you get starting to get bigger numbers like 1,000 and more, then Ethereum liquidity seems to be better. But the dollar peg is only on the Ethereum blockchain. Bryce says somebody got on ETH, got burgered. I would see that more and more often now. Yeah, you got to watch your slippage. For me, if I buy and raise the price up 10%, I don't want to put my slippage at 10%. I would personally like to just buy on like Polygon and then move the funds over, but I really don't want to do that either. If I could just buy cheap on Ethereum blockchain, I know the gas fees. If you have a big order and it has to come through 3 liquidity pools, you have to pay like $70 in fees. But if you buy a small order of like 200 or something like that, what was it, $500 or less? Then the fees are like $12 if you only have to hit 1 liquidity pool. So you have to like finesse with the numbers and figure out what's best for you. I mean, if I can get the price really, really low, I don't mind paying $70 in transaction fees, but the price has got to be like $4, and I'll buy like $6,000 or $7,000 worth at a time. But and then if I buy big and then I have to wait for if I buy at $5, I'll buy at 4, then 3, then 2. I don't know, and I also have to take a look at the markets and see what Bitcoin is doing and the market sentiment. Right now, the market sentiment is not so good. The way people are talking on YouTube now, it's almost like hopium. I mean, like the facts are, we're in a bear trend, and until it reverses, I don't want to give out hopium. Okay, guys. Hey, it was been fun, and I guess I'll talk to everybody later. I'm not sure when that is, but I'll let you guys know if I see something different in the charts. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.